Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's talk about what we've had on the hook this week. This week has been a busy week. I have so much to tell you. I don't know where I'm going to start. I don't have a lot of notes here. I have a few things from Mr. On the Hook that he's given me, so I will be using those to get through my video today. I have so many things I want to talk about, and I may run out of time. I hope I don't. I hope you're having a wonderful week, a wonderful day. Every morning when I wake up, now it's a new mantra that I have for myself. My feet hit the floor, and I say, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day, even if I'm in pain or I'm sick or I have a problem or relationships are going this way or that way. And I just wake up and say, I'm going to have a great day. Today is a great day. You know, it works. It makes me feel so much better. And when I go and start my day, I don't feel like I'm worrying about things too much. I take care of business, whatever it is, and then I keep moving along. So I hope that you will try that. I'm here to inspire you. I want to inspire you to have a great day and also to do some crocheting, knitting, and diamond painting. So if those are of interest to you, stay with me. Let's talk about it just for a minute. Well, we're going to talk about it for more than just a minute. But I hope you'll stay with me, and all of our new subscribers, thank you so very much. For our new members, subscribers, for our email community. We have an email community that you receive emails from us about new patterns that are out, offer codes, things like that. The newsletter goes out to the email community every single Thursday. So if you are interested in that, sign up. The link is down in the description box, and also for memberships, and if you want to subscribe, you know what button to push. And also, if you would like this video, I would appreciate it. Don't forget to do that. So if you do it now, then you don't forget. And you can hype it if you want to. I guess some of y'all know what that is. It's just where you give me a little boost, and YouTube knows that you like my videos. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope I'm an inspiration to you at some point in my video today. So let's start out with questions and requests. Mr. On the Hook prints these out for me every week, and I like to go through them because there are some things that I don't answer on my comments. Sometimes I don't get to all my comments during that first week, and so I'm just going to answer the questions that he found through the comments, and also a request at the very end. So we're going to talk about that too. The question number one, Deb is looking for a pattern for the Lori sweater, and if you don't know which one that is, I have it right here. I wanted to bring some of these out. This is the Lori sweater that I wore a few weeks ago, and it turned out so nice. I really love it. And I used a Hobby Lobby yarn for this, and I'm hoping to get that pattern out very soon. I don't have it just yet, but Deb, I'm working on it, and I know some of y'all have asked me about that before, and I have so many things in the pipeline that I'm trying to work my way through it. So I actually have a pattern release today. If you saw probably on my thumbnail, I'm going to release a pattern today. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Also, Donna is looking for information on the fall lookbook. I didn't do a fall lookbook. I thought I was going to do one. I talked about it for a month or two, and then I didn't do it because it was just a huge project and I couldn't get all to it at the same time. So I thought I would just release patterns as I get them done. So that's what I'm doing with the fall lookbook. Maybe next year. I don't know. I have to start like in February for the next year. It's just too hard to do it all at once. I was overcompensating there or something. So I will do my patterns as I come to them. And one of those is what Donna was asking about, the Red Heart brushed top. And yes, I created this beautiful prototype. It has from the brushed Red Heart yarn, which is not available anymore, but you might find something similar to it. It's a size 4 yarn. But this is the top that I made. It's so very soft. It's that brushed Red Heart, and I was just so enamored with it. I bought several colors, and I made this out of the lovely kind of a champagne color. It's really pretty. And I did a square neckline in the front. I crocheted a collar at the top. Beautiful. Where else would a collar be? But on the top. And then the body is very simple to make. There's no ribbing at the bottom. It's just a plain bottom. Very easy to make, and it shouldn't take me long to get that pattern out either. So hopefully I will get this one out soon. I've had more than one person ask me about that, and I created the prototype for the fall lookbook, and of course I didn't do the fall lookbook. So it's kind of left over, but I will be working on that. Jeannie's granny square pattern with 2 double crochet corners. Kim is asking about that. Kim, thank you for that question and for all the questions that y'all have asked me. I think the pattern you're talking about is the cozy coverlet. That is a double crochet, and I think that's what you're talking about. The whole thing is done in double crochet, but double crochets, 2 crochets. So I want to show you a picture here of a new cozy coverlet that Brenda Hallmark has made. I'll put the picture of it wherever it appears here. A beautiful Christmas cozy coverlet, and she did a different border around the edge. And on mine, I don't know if you can see that, this is what the pattern looks like. It's the cozy coverlet, one of my only Afghan patterns, but I'm real proud of it. I've made many of these. I've had a lot of success with it, just making it. But this is what my border looks like. It's like this, and it's a reverse, let me think what the name of it is, reverse puff stitch. It's a reverse puff stitch around the edge. It gives it a really nice solid edge that doesn't have any loose yarn, like a fringe edge. Doesn't have that. And Brenda used a different way to do it, but she did it in that solid kind of thing around the edge. So I like yours, Brenda. I thank you for that, for sending me that picture. It's really pretty. You can do either one, and I think hers might have been, like just a single, double, or half double around the edge. I don't know. You didn't really describe it, but it is pretty, and I like it. I like that you made my cozy coverlet. So thank you, Brenda, for sending that picture. Very, very nice. And then there was a question about meeting Mr. On the Hook on camera. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'll put a picture of him. This is kind of our fun picture of Mr. On the Hook. He's behind the scenes and he wants to stay there. So I don't think we'll be meeting him on camera. I'm not really going to push him on that. He does so much work for the channel. I so appreciate it. And Mr. On the Hook knows that I appreciate all that. And y'all do too. Y'all are very sweet about talking to Mr. On the Hook. And he appreciates everything y'all say to him too. All right. And the last thing, there was an interest, I guess, in more than one comment for vest patterns. And I did do a vest pattern, Olive's vest. Beautiful pattern. Really love that. I made it 4 different ways. I made it 3 different ways. I'm making the 4th one. I'm going to show that to you in my works in progress section. But the vest pattern, I'm listening to you because I had an inspiration to buy some of this yarn. And this is homespun yarn. This is a bulky 5, acrylic and polyester, very beautiful. The colorways are gorgeous that are out there now. They've changed their label. They've upgraded it. It's really beautiful here. It's the same homespun you've always loved. Some people don't love it, but this one was easy to crochet. Now, I think there's a homespun thick and quick, which is much fatter, and it's like a 6 or a 7. I think it's a 6. A size 6, and it's really hard to work with for me, and not for everybody, but it has got a little bit too much halo on it, and I have trouble seeing the stitches, but not with this regular homespun. This is a size 4 yarn, very beautiful. Here it is right here. Here's one hanging down here, strand. See, there's hardly any halo on that. There's hardly any halo. It's more like a chenille yarn. A chenille yarn is one that's curly like that. And it's a very smooth and soft yarn, and this one is no exception. This is a vest that I made out of homespun yarn. I'm going to show that to you right now. Now, Crystal is modeling the homespun vest that I just talked about. This is the Hearthside vest, and that's what I'm going to call it. I plan to release this very, very soon. This will probably be the next pattern that'll go out because I've already finished the notes for it and everything is all done. This is a beautiful long vest. See, it's very, very long. It's about almost to my knee. It's about halfway down my thigh, I guess. It's pretty long. Of course, you make it as long as you want to, but it has pockets on it. Very nice pockets that are simple to make, very easy to sew on. They're not hard at all. And this is about as long as the sleeve is. It's probably about this long. The pockets are kind of low. That's where I wanted them, down on the thigh. It keeps your hips from looking too big with pockets up here. The pockets are a little bit lower. There are no closures on here, but there is quite a wide edging on here that gives it structure around the front edge and around the neck as well. This is the back. Isn't this a gorgeous colorway? This one is called Painted Desert, and it has vibes of kind of jewel tones almost, but I picked up on the yellow in here in the chartreuse, and I had Crystal wear the chartreuse turtleneck, and it really made it pop. I really liked it. I tried it with a black, didn't look good. I tried it with a kind of an orange, it didn't look good, but this, to me, it made the whole vest just really pop. So I used chartreuse green. You could use yellow, any other color you want, and of course there are lots of color choices in the homespun, not sponsored. I'm not sponsoring Line Brand. I'd love to be a sponsor, but I'm not. And so I use their yarns quite often because there are lots of beautiful color choices. The yarn is a high quality. This is made in Turkey, by the way. I'm really loving it. I used about 4 skeins, and I think I was on the 5th skein, and I bought 6 or 7 skeins of this, and I bought 3, and it didn't go very far. So I ordered 3 more, and I think I ordered 1 extra just in case. So I'll probably be giving that away in a giveaway soon. But anyway, I just wanted you to see this. This is a beautiful, I'm going to get it back here where you can see her, beautiful vest called the Hearthside vest. And not difficult to make, but you do need some instruction. I think is probably a good thing. But she's wearing it with the chartreuse. So I wanted to show you that. Krista wanted to model it today, so I thought I would let her put it on. So I'm wearing a finished object, and I'll talk about that in a second. Now, Crystal is modeling my SADIE scarf, and it's right up here. I tied it around her neck. I thought that looked really nice with this vest. It doesn't look like any of the colors are much different. This is Color Spun by Premier. Really love that. But I had some left over from a project, and I made a SADIE scarf from that. I also made these, and I've shown these several times. All these different SADIE scarves I have made as prototypes just to kind of test out my pattern. This is what the pattern looks like. It's SADIE scarf, and you can get it on my website only right now, just on the website. And the link will be down in the description box where you can find it there. But it is on the website. And if you go to the SADIE scarf and go to the link at the bottom down here, you can add it to your cart. And when you add it to your cart, several other patterns will come up for you to select from. And if you want one of those patterns, you can buy that pattern for half price. Just one, but you can buy the pattern at half price if you buy the SADIE scarf. The SADIE scarf is very affordable. It's not expensive at all. And you can get one of your favorites that are down there in that list as a half price sale. So if you are so inclined to buy the SADIE scarf, you can do that. So it's out there right now. You can go out there and take a look if you want the pattern. Now this is based on the Sophie scarf. The Sophie scarf with a knitted scarf last year or the year before, I forget. It was real popular, and I just took the dimensions and I decided to make a crocheted scarf because we're a crochet community here and mostly do crochet. And if you're a knitter, you can go to get a Sophie scarf, which is fine. But the SADIE scarf is mine, and I tell you in the pattern how to make it the way you want it, but I tell you also how I made it, so you don't have to guess and make a lot of measurements or anything. You just make it just like I did. It goes around the neck twice, and you can tie it once, and it just looks really nice with an outfit. Gives it that pop of color, especially if you make it out of red or green or something like that. Or this is a variegated, almost like it's a striped yarn, but the colors are so beautiful. I really like it. I've enjoyed wearing that one. I've worn that one a time or two. I have a red one. I have a pink one here that I've worn a time or two. This is made from luxury yarn that I got from Knit Crate, so it's really beautiful too. All these are in different size yarns that you can use any size yarn you want because we're using measurements, just like all of my other patterns. If you use your own yarn, you can adjust your pattern very easily with the initial measurements to make the pattern fit you. So there you go. This is the new release right now. Go ahead, if you want it, you can buy that, and you can also buy another pattern that we've put down there below. You can just click one, and that's the one you can get for half price. So be sure to check that out. As you know, I'm a diamond painter, love to diamond paint, and I love to show my progress on the diamond painting I'm working on right now, which is Meeting on the Turret Stairs by William Burton. And I want to take you over to my easel and let you see how far I've gotten this week. Here's the progress I've made on Meeting on the Turret Stairs by William Burton. And this is where I am right now. I have this unrolled down here so you can see what I've done. I'm at the bottom of the painting, working my way up. As you can see, this right here is the line of the undone and the done. So I've already done all of this and just really excited about how beautiful it is. I'll get down here and let y'all see it. It's multicolored in every way. So there's not a whole lot of color blocking where you place 6 or 8 or 4 drills at the same time of the same color. So most of it is mixed in. And I don't know if you can even see that, but there are different colors all through there. A little bit different colors. And that makes it go slower, but it also makes it more beautiful. So I've gotten this far. I'm down here. I'm working hard on her dress. And her dress is beautiful blues. And it's fun to work with those colors because they're so beautiful and gorgeous. And then they mixed a little bit in here on his leg where he's wearing, it looks like tights or something like that. It's got some of the same colors that are in the dress over here. So it kind of pulls the two together. And then he's coming down, if you don't know this, he's coming down some stairs. And there's the bottom of a stair. His foot is on the stair, kind of leaning over there, over the edge. And then this is the support pole, it looks like, next to the stairs. And sometimes I get mixed up when I look at that, but that's what that is. And then she's on this next stair over here, standing up here on this stair. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm about 1/3 of the way finished with this painting. If you look up, there's how far it goes up. Curves around over the top of my easel. And I have it just under here, if you can see that. It's just kind of hanging there. It's doing pretty good there. It's not too hard to manage. Over here on this side, I use clamps. And I clamp to the light fixture underneath, the flat light, so that you can see the painting while you're working on it. Let's see if I can get it to come on. It's under here. Here it is. There are 3 levels there. So when I'm working on it, I can see the symbol so much easier when I have the light on underneath. So you can see that the light really makes that bright. And so this is what I've just finished this week. All this over here. And I also finished this over here. I was working on probably 2 or 3 squares right in here. And I finished those. So real excited about what I've done here. And I hope I've inspired somebody to do a diamond painting. They don't have to all be this big. This is a very large painting, so you might pick a smaller one if you're just getting started. But it is fun to grow in your ability to do diamond paintings and to have a place to work on them so you're not dragging it out of a closet all the time. That would keep me from wanting to work on one for sure. This is in my studio all the time. It's on my easel waiting for me to work on it, so that makes it a lot easier. But this is the progress I've made so far this week. I hope you enjoyed that. I love to diamond paint, so I like to show my progress every week. I don't want to take a lot of time because some of y'all are not diamond painters, but I encourage you to try it. I'm being sponsored on this particular painting by Jade of Jada Jim's shop, and I'll put the link down there in the description box. She's given me an offer code that you can use. If you go to her shop and you want to buy something, you can get 20% off. Use the word on the hook, all one word, on the hook, and she will give you 20% off your purchase. So there you go. Now, let's get back to my works in progress, or I haven't been there yet, but I'm going there. I'm going there now. One of my works in progress is the olive pullover vest, and I've made this now 3 times. I've made it 3 times. This is my favorite, though. This is the City Tweed from Knit Picks, and love that. And it's a little bit shorter version. This will also be a short version, but I'm using, went to Michael's this week, and I'm using Loops and Threads Impeccable. Loops and Threads Impeccable. And this is a size 4 yarn. It's an acrylic. Be sure you look at the lot numbers if you're going to get some of this. It's called Aran Tweed. And let me show you that yarn. There it is right there. It's a little bit shiny. It's kind of pretty. It's a size 4, and it has tweed in it. So I just thought I would buy enough. I bought 4 skeins of that, and I bought probably enough to make one of these olive pullover vests, and I'm going to do that. And I've gotten this far on it, so I'm making it with the scallops around the bottoms, and one of them I didn't use the scallops on the bottom. We did a plain bottom, so you don't have to. They're optional. So this is what it looks like so far. This is the bottom, and you see the scallops right there. They're puffy scallops. They're not flat. They have a little bit of a puff to them, see? They're puffy. And I think that gives it an interesting look around the bottom. But this is how far I've gotten. And you crochet this from front to front. So all the way from the front, all the way around, and then come around the other side to the front. So when you finish crocheting this, it's not the back or the front, it's the back and the front. Then you stop at the underarm and make the front panels up here, and then the back panel in the back. So it's really, after you get it crocheted, it's not so hard to finish it. Plus it doesn't have any sleeves, which is a big plus when you're making a vest. But this is as far as I've gotten, and it'll probably be maybe about this length. Well, there we go. It'll probably be like that. So I'll show you next week how far I get on that. I hope I can get far enough along to make some difference there, but I have several whips in the hopper, and so I have to work on a little at a time all the whips. I like to anyway, but anyway, this is Loops and Threads, and I took a movie at Michael's because I was shopping through there. I hadn't been to Michael's in ages, and so I thought I would go to Michael's and shoot some video of the yarn department. Well, when I did, they had the music playing so loudly, and it was Madonna singing Like a Virgin. Okay, really, really loud. I mean, I couldn't even think what I was trying to do. And I made an attempt to go through there and look at some of the yarn, and I just thought, you know what, I can't do this, because if you produce that video on your video and there's music in it, they ding you and they say you can't release your video. So I didn't want that to happen. So I'll just tell you, I went to Michael's and they had lots of big twist yarn, lots and lots of big twist yarn on a big cabinet area in the yarn department, but it didn't say Joanne at the top. I've seen other larger Michaels that have the Joanne sign up there, like, you know, if you're a Joanne fan and now that it's gone, you can go over there and find Big Twist, which is all people really loved about Joanne. It was Big Twist yarn. It's so wonderful and great to work with. I made many things from Big Twist yarn, but the music was too loud, so I had to just stop. And I wanted to show you, I did get this at Michael's. I picked this up, and I also picked up another yarn. Let me show you that. I picked up 5 skeins of this. This is Loops and Threads, and it's impeccable as well. The color name is Deep Forest. It's beautiful green. Look at that. It's just shiny and pretty. I like it. I really like it. I'm going to make a sweater from this, and it's soft. It seems to be pretty soft. And I might size up on the hook just a little bit. I think it requires, or it recommends an H hook. And that's the size I'm making this vest with, an H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter. However, I'll probably size up for this one because I think that this is a little bit thick. But since it's a vest, it's not bothering me too much. But I think for a sweater, I wouldn't want anything that thick. And using a small hook like that would make it just stand straight up and down. It wouldn't have any drape at all. So I'm thinking this is going to have some drape because I'm going to size up. I might size up too, from an H to an I to a J. I might size up to a J hook, which is a 6.0 millimeter, for those of you who like millimeters. So anyway, this is the other yarn that I got, Deep Forest. And if you'll notice in Michael's, more than ever at Joanne, there is a lot number right here underneath the barcode. There's a lot number, and there were several lot numbers of this, and I had to buy 4 of one lot number and 1 of another lot number. And I will save this for the end. If in case I absolutely have to have it, I will use it. But I did buy 4 skeins of the same lot number, but I had to empty the bin to find 4 lot numbers just alike. So just a tip, if you're buying yarn like this, you definitely want to check that lot number, because you can really make a mistake, a terrible mistake, by buying two different lot numbers, because it's going to look different. They are a little bit different. And when I hold this up to the others, it looks a tiny bit different, but when you start crocheting it, it might make a big difference. So just a little tip there about buying yarn more than one skein. You want to check the lot number if there is a lot number. Some yarns don't have a lot number. So let's talk about what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to make one of these, and I'm going to stand up and show this to you. This is another finished object I have this week. This is a sweater with no name. It's a no-name sweater. I've been working on this for 2 full weeks, and I finally finished it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I didn't use any ease in this, so it fits pretty closely to my body, which is fine. I'm not, anxious about that or anything. But there's no real drape to this at all. It's made with a J hook, which is a 6.0 millimeter. I made it with a J hook, and I started out with an I hook, and it was way too thick. The J hook is even thick, so I would probably size up one more to a K hook, which I believe is a 6.5 millimeter hook, I think. Anyway, I didn't get the sleeves long enough. I thought I did. I tried it on, but I didn't try it on with a turtleneck under it, which I should have done, because that takes up space underneath here and it shortens the sleeves. So I'm not going to go back and do anything to it. But when I'm making the green one, I'm going to make the sleeves much, much longer. It'll probably be another 3 inches longer, and that way they'll come down when I move my arm. They won't slide up my arm. So that's one mistake that I made. I should have really taken that into consideration, but I didn't do that, and sometimes things like that happen. And I also ripped out all of the ribbing I had on the bottom, and y'all noticed that last week. It was too long, and so it was taking me forever to make it, and then it just didn't look right. So I ripped all of that out, and I used a smaller rib, and I spaced the ribs out a little bit, and you can do that by slip stitching twice at the bottom of the rib instead of once. You slip stitch twice and then turn your work and single crochet in the back loop all the way across your rib. There are plenty of tutorials out there. I think TL Crafts has a really good one for making ribs, but I didn't need that. I already knew how to do it, but I just wanted to make it look better, and so I think I did. I think it looks much, much better, and I'll turn around and show you the back. Now the back has a story. I did the rib at the top. I love the top very, very much. I love the rib here, from here to here. But in the back, it sits too low for me. It sits too low. Some people that are hot-blooded might like that lower back, to be exposed, but I don't. And I should have put some short rows in there, which I could have done, but I didn't do that. And I think back, and I think I should have done that before I continued on with the pattern and doing the raglan breaks and all that. But I didn't do it. So there's several things about this sweater that I would like to change. And so when I make the green one, however far I can get with that in the next few weeks, I will make those changes and see if I can improve on the sweater. And I'm not writing the pattern until I have a sweater that I really, really love. And if you want a top-down sweater, I have a Rebecca sweater that is pretty good. I really like the way it fits, but it's not designed to go up around the neck like a ribbing would. It's not designed like this one. I really designed this so it would go up on the neck just a little bit, and then in the back it just didn't do its job, and it was my fault. I should have put short rows back there. And when I write the pattern, I will show you how to do short rows. I've done short rows before in another pattern. When I first started my channel, I had another pattern that I did short rows on, and it turned out really nice, but it's been a long, long time ago, and I'd have to go back and find that pattern. I have it, but I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Picnic Time sweater. I'm pretty sure it was Picnic Time sweater, and it had short rows in the back. And some people, some knit designers use short rows in the front and the back, and the ranunculus is made that way. The one that I was tempted to make, but I realized I probably wasn't advanced enough in a knitter to make that. But she used short rows in the front and the back, but they were both optional. So, they're not something you have to do, to complete your sweater. And the same with this one. I still completed the sweater, and I still have the whole sweater. I mean, it looks okay, but it's not what I would like to have. Now today I'm wearing this with some black dress pants because the neps in this yarn are black. And so I thought black would be a nice contrast color for it. So I have a black turtleneck, black dress pants, and some black booties. And again, I usually run errands on Friday, so I'll be running errands in this. I'm not too hot. This is a kind of a nice yarn that I'm using from Hobby Lobby. It's called Swede Dijon, and I'll put that at the bottom of the screen here. Swede Dijon. It's a kind of a mustard color, and I really love the color, but I was becoming weary of the color as I finished making the sweater because I'd seen it so much, and I ripped out an entire sleeve. I ripped out all the ribbing at the bottom. I ripped back here to use a different size hook, and it really wasn't even big enough at that point. So I've done a lot of ripping out, and so I got tired of the color. And you'll find that sometime if you're making something and you have to rip it out or spend a lot of time with it, sometimes you get tired of the color that you're working with. I've just found that over the years, but that happened to me on this. I really loved it at first, and now it's just okay. You know, I'm just kind of tired of looking at it. So every time I put it on, the sleeves are going to be too short. The neck's going to be too low in the back for me, and so I probably won't wear it a whole lot. So anyway, that is I call this the Becky sweater. I remember that now. I did name it. The Rebecca sweater is one without the rib on it. The Becky sweater is the one with the rib at the top. So when I write the pattern, that's what I'll name it, the Becky sweater. So there you have it. Now for my whip section, I did have the olives vest. I do have that going on. I have a Fifi blanket that I haven't worked on too much this week, so I'm not going to show that. And then 2 knit projects that I'm working on, but I don't love them. They're okay, but I didn't work on them this week, and so I'm not going to show those either. But I do have quite a few whips going on. This isn't really a whip. I was going to start this yesterday, but Mr. On the Hook and I went out of town, and I didn't take any crocheting with me because I just really needed to rest. So I didn't do anything yesterday on my crochet, and I got up this morning and put some time in on this one, and this will hopefully be finished by the end of the week next week. But I already have the pattern out. This is the pattern, Olives Pullover Vest. You can get it on my website and also on Etsy, and it's available as a booklet on Amazon, so you can get it already printed up for you. You don't have to print it off yourself. So those are 3 ways that you can get the Olives Pullover Vest. Quick shop update. I have the zippered project bags. Still, I have some in stock, so if you're interested in those, I have 3 different colors. I have the turquoise blue, I have heather gray, turquoise blue, and some ivory white. Beautiful colors. I really like them. But I only have a few left, so be sure you go out and get one if you want to. Those are zippered project bags. I also have beautiful project bags that are not zippered, but they're beautiful. Look at this. I just love that. That's my fall flowers, autumn flowers. And one of my favorite designs that Mr. On the Hook found, he really likes to go out and make available some things for us that we really like. So I think journals is one right there, is one of my journals. I have mugs and all kinds of things on my website that you can look at. Also on Etsy, I've got some things. The personalized journals on Etsy. Don't forget, those are only available on Etsy if you're interested in those for Christmas gifts and things like that. That's what I'm going to use them for. You don't tell anybody. I'm going to use personalized journals for Christmas gifts for the women on my Christmas list so that I can go ahead and get it done. And people like to have their name on things. I found that out. So those are available in my website. The personalized journals are available on Etsy only. I want to show you some things on my videos that I make mistakes on or want to correct or do something different the next time. I don't want everything be all roses and stuff, you know, because we make mistakes. We do things differently on our creations, and we want to the next time not make those I call them mistakes. I don't know if they're really mistakes, but it's just making the item different than what we made before. And I'm fine with that. I want to show you the mistakes that I made, and there are plenty, let me tell you. a lot of mistakes that I make. And so you don't feel bad about yours because everybody makes them. I don't care who you are. If you're a perfect knitter, you're going to make a mistake. And you have to tink back. And that's something I need to learn how to do. All right, let's talk about giveaways first. Crochet Nation is being given away this week. Newspaper, love it. Love, love, love. And I have a subscription to this, and y'all get one every single month. I give it away. And I just every time I go through here, I think this is such a cool thing. Something that hasn't been done in a long time is a newspaper about crochet, and it also doesn't have any ads in it. There are a couple of little things that they recommend, but there's no ads in here. There's no politics in here. It's all just about crochet. It's really nice. I really love it. So you might consider doing a subscription, not sponsored at all, but I have a subscription and I give it away every month, but I read it. I like to look at it, but I want y'all to enjoy it too. So that's one of our giveaways, and the keyword for that was nation. And then everybody wanted this. This is the Connect the Shapes book by Edie Eichmann. Beautiful, beautiful book. Oh, some beautiful things in here. And they're not all hard, too. They're not all difficult to make. Some of these are just really simple to make. And they come with the chart. And they also come with the written instructions. If you're one of those people like me that have to have it written down, I have to have it written down. I'm not a chart gal. I don't love charts. I can look at them, though, and kind of see where I'm going. But as far as using one for the whole item, I'm just not really into that. But this has got both kinds, so if you are one of the other types of those persons, you can use it. Connect the Shapes, crochet motifs, and here are some beautiful ones too. I showed these last week, and I just love this book, and I bought it brand new. It's never been used. I've looked through it, and when I bought it, I just didn't have time to do any of this. I was working on my video channel for YouTube, and I just didn't have time. But there are 101 new motif designs in here, 101. So let's, oh, and actually the keyword for this was Edie, E-D-I-E. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these two gifts this week. Here we are at the computer, and we're going to select two names, one for the Crochet Nation and one for the Edie Eichmann book, and just excited about that. It's such a super nice gift. And also the Crochet Nation, love that too. All right, so we have our comments in here for the Crochet Nation, and let's find out who wins the Crochet Nation this week. So excited to give this away too. I love Crochet Nation. So it is J.R. Burgess, looks like maybe Junior or J.R. Burgess. You have won the Crochet Nation newspaper, so congratulations to you. Now let's go up here, and we're going to change the word that we're looking at, and the word is Edie, E-D-I-E, and that's what we're looking for to be in the contention running for the Edie Eichmann book, and loving that book too. More people wanted that, so you know you can sign up for both if you want to. Don't forget. So we are finding the winner of the Edie Eichmann crochet motif book, and that is Lori Marino 2173. Lori Marino 2173. Congratulations to our two winners today. Congratulations to our winners. Please send your email with the word winner in the subject line and what you've won and your name and address in the body of the email. So be sure to send it to me and use winner in the subject line, because that's how I search for emails. I get hundreds of emails every day, and I don't want to miss your emailing. Speaking of which, this has not been given away from last week. So if you think you might have won something and didn't watch my video, you might want to do that. Please watch the video. That is a Crochet World from 2020. Beautiful, never been opened. So I'm going to put that note on there that's who won it, and I'll be looking for you to send me an email. Please do that. And if you don't send me an email this week, and if you did send one, send me another one and say, I sent you an email on so-and-so a date. Sometimes that happens. Not often, but sometimes. So be sure to do that. I'll be giving that away next week. If you're interested in that, use the word world in your comment. And if it hasn't been given away yet, you will be in the running for that. So be sure to do that. Use the word world in your comment. This has also not been claimed. So I love this yarn in antique white, a whole skein of that. Really nice. I'll send that right over to you if you win it. So if nobody claims it this week, that will also go in the running next week, and use the word yarn in your comment, and you will be in the running for that if it hasn't been claimed, okay? Let's do it that way. Now for next week, I have 2 beautiful cowls that I'm giving away. I actually made these. This is the Hug Me cowl. I'm going to mess up my hair again, but that's okay. Love this cowl. It's made with luxury yarn from Knit Crate. Beautiful, beautiful, soft, squishy yarn. And it's a really nice cowl. I love it. I love the Hug Me cowl. It's one of my favorites. In fact, I believe that's the pattern that I send out to you when you join the email community. So be sure you join the email community, because this is the pattern that you get. It's a beautiful pattern. Really nice, not hard to make at all. This is made with a bulky yarn, but I'm giving this away, and this is, the keyword here is hug, H-U-G. Hug, H-U-G, if you're interested in having this. I've never really worn it anywhere. I've put it on a time or two like I did today. Messed up my hair again. My hair will stand up if you just give it a half a chance. It'll stand up. So use the word hug for that one. This is also made with a luxury yarn. Super, super nice. And I think this is the Kimberly cowl, if I'm not mistaken. That is beautiful. And it's very squishy and soft. And these are wool, so be sure if you're allergic to wool, you probably won't want to get this. But this is the Kimberly cowl done in shells. Very beautiful cowl done with Knit Crate yarn. Okay, and the keyword here is cowl, C-O-W-L. The keyword here is hug, H-U-G. The keyword for this is yarn, Y-A-R-N. And the keyword for this crochet world is world. So be sure you sign up for all of these, and you may get lucky and win one of them. And like I said, the yarn and the crochet world will be given away if it's not claimed this week. So be sure you do that. If you're the winner, be sure to let me know, and we'll look for that old email. Actually, it happened last week with another gift. One of my viewers sent an email to me, and it never got to me. I searched for it. It wasn't there. And she sent me another email, and I got it off to her in the mail. So be sure you do that. If you're a winner and you don't hear anything from me, be sure to contact me again via email and let me know. Now, I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope I'm inspiring you at some point. Even if you're making mistakes, maybe you can identify with me, because I make lots of mistakes, a lot. And I don't just make mistakes. I do things that I wish I hadn't done. And so I maybe will fix that on the next time I make that particular pattern or that project. So I hope I've inspired you. And if I have, please hit the like button and let YouTube know that you enjoyed my video. Don't forget, the SADIE scarf is out now. The new pattern has been dropped, and you can get it at the link below in the description box, or you can go to my website and purchase it there. And if you want to, you can select another pattern that drops down below it when you go to view your cart. So you put it in the cart, you view your cart, and then the other patterns will show up, the ones that you can pick from that'll be half price. So be sure you do that if you're interested in the SADIE scarf. Get another one for half price that are there. I think they're cowls and scarves. I'm pretty sure they're all kind of joined together. Mr. On the Hook did them all in the same vein, so I think that's what he wanted to do, and see if y'all like things that way. So there you go. So I'll see you next Friday. So join me then to find out what's on the hook.